Okay, so I turned off the music. I still have my sound effects. All right, I just turned the music off. Okay, so here we are in the morning, February 16th, 2026. Um, I got an update for this rebirth. I have, I forget what they call it, Head Start, right? So the same thing that they added into Remake. All right, I don't know. I don't know exactly what is different, but I know there's some things. Well, obviously something has to be different. Um, so I'm gonna take a look at that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is well, what I do at the end of my runs on Remaking Crisis and this as well is I do a tour of what the account looks like, right? Um, so I'm gonna show that, and then I'll put this in the cloud, and then I'll make a video on the Head Start, and I'll show a little bit of that, right? So for this, I turned off the sound, right? Okay, so as you see here, um, 57 hours, 54 minutes, 55 seconds, right? This is the only save I run with one save. If you see my remake crisis core, but same as this, uh, my whole run, I make it a full playlist. Like the first time I did the full playlist of this, it was 96 videos, right? And the second one was 66 hours, right? So we went from 96 to 66 to 58, all right? So I'm gonna go through the full thing. I'm gonna show everything, right? So party level 10, right? And weapon level 9. All right, and everyone's level 70. Now, I know when you finish, um, you won't be at um, your folios. All these folios are completely filled. That's because before I did my hard mode run, actually I do my first playthrough. That's where I try to assess, stagger, land the limit break, exploit the elemental weakness of every enemy, and cripple their parts if there's parts. Right, that's how to do that all in the first run. Then I hit level 70 while I'm doing everything in Musclehead Coliseum, the remaining VRs, and then I go into chapter 12 to max out all of my materia, right? And I have a very fast way. It's way faster than the Gongaga loop. It's faster than the traditional way people do it with the bees, right? This takes me no time. Um, so I've obviously I've done the run a bunch of times. Okay, so um, oh here I go enemy intel like Sephiroth the Forgotten Capital, right? You see, I've beaten these 3 times, right? Because um I then do uh chapter 2, or no, not chapter 2, chapter 4, and I do Dreaming of Blue Skies, right? And on that second time where I do it, I pick the greens. I pick the greens, and then I go into chapter 14. I beat chapter 14 on hard so I can get those final manuscripts, and I can add those into the folios. Therefore, when I go through my hard mode run before that final boss gauntlet, everyone their folios will be completely filled in, right? So that's how I get that to where it's at. I also keep a track on my all of these items and everything, and I try to keep adding to that collection as I go. All right, so let's start with the enemy intel, right? All 230 enemies are, like I said, assessed, staggered, weakness exploited, limit break landed. All of them. If there's a part that can be crippled, it's crippled. Oh, I thought that had an extra line to it. All right. Except for Beck, Butch, and Burke. I don't land the limit breaks on them. Sometimes I will get one on one of them. It's probably Beck that I get the limit break on. But in this run, I wasn't able to do it. And as you see, you fight Beck 3 times, Butch twice, and Burke, what? Burke twice. All right, you don't, oh, Beck is only once, my fault. You don't get to keep fighting them. And I don't know when or how I would get a chance to limit break them. But everyone else is done. If it doesn't say weakness exploited, it's because they don't have a weakness, like the Moo, no weakness. All right, we are completely filled in. Even these, like the Grangolin, Junior, and the Baby, assessed, staggered, limit break, landed. Uh, there are even enemies that don't appear in the enemy intel or uh, things that the enemies might use in a fight. Like, well, let's see, when we get to the bosses. This Gorgon, did I? Okay, all right. I was looking for this right here where he has a part that can be crippled. Um, that's one of those things. I've had runs where I had to mess up my time and go back in just to see. I mean, just to cripple that part. I had to wait for him to, was it like acid he deploys over the battlefield. Okay, so dying, he has like oops, I forget what they're called, but it's like some things that come out of his back. I've landed a limit break on those. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Crimson Mare, okay. All right, so Scarlet comes out. You know what I mean? I've destroyed Scarlet. I have hit her with fire. I have landed a limit break on her. Same thing with the tentacles that come out the ground when you're fighting Genova emergence. Everything that can be done, even the EM mines that Reno deploys in chapter 13. Get attack his soul flames. There we go. Hit them with a limit break. I've I have done everything that is possible to my knowledge, right? If there's something I haven't done, I just didn't know you could do it. Whispers, okay, yeah. I always use wind on them. Never mind. They have no weakness. He has no weakness when you're fighting him with Zach. I mean, this is when you fight him with air, he has the wing, part crippled. All right, so even virtual Sephiroth. I only went through rulers one time, and that one time when I went through it, and of course I have a video for that too. The way I do it, I make sure that I'm feeding Cloud just enough limit that I can land the limit break on him, and I also get him assessed. And I don't just try to wreck him. I wait for him to go into an elemental weakness that I can exploit that as well. You know what I mean? So, and that, like I said, that's on video. Everything in this run is on video. You know what I mean? So my enemy intel. Of course, my cards. I have all, what is it, 150 of them. We'll see that in the play log. Actually, let's take a quick look at the play log. Play log is going to be completely clear. All right, so I even cleared out the manual. They all have like the little red dots next to them. I clear those out too at the end of every run. Okay, so um, actually, Materia and equipment, right? So part of my run, when I clear out the manual, I clear all of this out and I leave everyone with the primary summon that they use in my runs, right? Um, and their primary equipment and their weapon skills are still attached, right? So everyone has Haze armlet, right? Even if I was to go and switch the weapons, the enemy skills on each weapon are set up how I would have them set up. I do all of this, so the clock was still running. This was at the end. Well, most of this I did right before that boss gauntlet, so I had a clear mind when I did it, and then once I beat it, I clear out the manual. I remove all of the materia and I restore them to the equipment that I primarily keep on them. Um, I reset all of this, make this what I typically would have it as. Um, okay, so um, like I said, all the folios are completely clear as well. That's handled before the third and final boss gauntlet as I go through hard mode, chapter 14 for the second time. All right, so inventory. The most boring stuff. All right, so items. A lot of this stuff I try to get as much as I could. I stock up on it. Like you see, 99 giga potions, 28 X potions. I even have 33 high ethers and 29 dry ethers. I actually could have got more dry ethers, but I was spending my Cosmotite ores making high ethers. I don't know why. And turbo ether. I always thought dry ether was the one that gave you full. I didn't know that. Okay. Um, I never used stuff, but I, I stack up some of it, and even like these grenades in Costa del Sol, I purchased at the very end, like all four of these in Costa del Sol. I maxed those out, and same thing with this right here. I don't know where to get these two, or I would all three of these actually. Key items, I have everything here, right? So even the picture of the Fort Condor, like I said, I do Dreaming of Blue Skies um, right after I start New Game Plus, and then I do it again in my hard mode run, obviously, because I got to do all 36 odd jobs. So I had the blurry one, the nice one, and the well composed picture, right? Um, there's a lot of this stuff, but everything will be there. They should let you check your score right here on the music. Fortunately, they don't. I guess I got to go to a piano to show them, but I only have the star on one song, so I've never been good, particularly at the piano. Okay, so that's that. I don't have any Moogle medals. Like I said, right before I do that boss gauntlet, that's when I'm maximizing my stockpile. Right? There's all the weapons, of course, with every uh, weapon skill is mastered. Okay, so all of the armors that I have, I can't sell some of these. Like this is DLC right here, the Orchid bracelet. But whatever I have here is because I couldn't sell it, except for these two, which I chose not to sell them. This one because it's high physical damage or physical defense, and this because it's the best that you can transmute. Valkyria and Bangalore usually keep this because it's better than this, but I keep it for Yuffie. Actually, I might sell this for real. Okay, so 5 Hades armlet, Such Embracer, armlet, bangle, and armband. Got them all, right? Here, I have enough to kit the entire party out. The full throttle wrist guards, riot vest, sorcerer's earrings, and Cetron talismans, because those are the best of the basic accessories that you can equip for physical attack, physical defense, magic attack, and magic defense, right? Things that I don't have multiples of is because I could not get more. I couldn't get more of them, right? So, um, like we have our 3 circles. This is the most powerful base accessory for magic that you can add. All right. Those 3 fortitude rings. I steal 2 of them from Reno. I get 1 in Musclehead Coliseum. 3 jeweled rings, 3 white capes, 3 safety bits, 3 star pendants, headbands, protective boots, right? I could have made more of these, but didn't. I mean, sometimes I go crazy and make like 5 karmic cows, because they're the safety bit, but they're also they give 30 vitality and spirit. So, and they protect against slow as well. So they are the safety pin. Um, 2 tarot cards because I do whatever this quest is twice in Cosmo. Enchanted ring. Okay, that's not even what I thought it was. Um, Fury ring. I don't know if you can get multiple Fury rings on this game, but um, there's a thing about Fury rings that I think most people are not understanding. Like where it might be used because it does extra damage. Usually, your attacks that would hit 10,000 or 99.99, they you're losing about 17% on that actually, by using Shori ring instead of Genji air rings. But you would have to pay attention to how the Fury, the Berserk status, right? Not Fury status, but the Berserk status, how it affects your character. All right, because this puts Fury or Berserk status on the screen. You can see it in the bottom right hand corner. Whereas the Genji air rings, it doesn't show that. So if you go into Berserk or you Berserk your enemy, the earrings is actually giving you 45%. And I've had videos showing that too. All right, so all of the enfeeblement rings, draconics, enough to kit the entire party out with expeditionary medals. We got our Damarung, which we don't use in this game, but I don't use it at all in this game. Like at all. Okay, what's the one scarf? All of our Materia earrings, camaraderie. Listen, everything is there. This one mythical amulet. Okay, so having this on Kate Sith, if you use his Moogle magic, when the summon appears, it instantly does its final attack. So it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit for that 10,000 instantly. Um, there's little to no reason to use this unless you want to like put an extra buff on Barrett if he's your tank. If you use a tank, I'm all offense, so I use this sometimes, but um it depends on if I'm doing DPS. If I'm using like a Tifa's better off with this, rather than making sure that my kick is gonna like her dive kick with this, I might be able to do like 12,000, but every hit in between that might be doing like 1,000. Okay, with this, I'm gonna be hitting like 1,500 on every hit, and then my dive kick is gonna hit 10,000. The DPS is way better with this. All right, so that's that. My materia completely out of control. 7 healings, 3 cleansings, 7 revivals, 15 fire, 15 ice, 15 lightning, 15 wind, 7 poisons, all 3 of our petrifies, gravity, comet, 7 binding, 7 time, 3 subversion, 7 barriers, 4 empowerment, fortification, disempowerment, and innervation. All 5 APFs, all 3 elementals, 7 level boosts, all 3 magnifies, 4 warding, both of well, all 4 of the absorptions, the 2 HP and 2 MP, 7 autocasts, 2 magic focus, listen, 7 chakras, 2 assess, 7 prayers, 4 steals, 2 morphs. I'm reading this off the list. I keep this also on Microsoft Office. So So I'm able to like scroll through, and I already know like what's going to come up. Like at the bottom was the number 7, 7, 14. All right, we're about to get there. 7 HP ups, 7 MP ups, um, 14 luck up materias, and 2 item masters. I only carry 2 of them. 7 steadfast block and 7 precision defense focuses. Yeah, man, everything is there, and we got the DLC summons. I have everything except for Posh Chocobo, which you had to make a certain order through DoorDash at a specific time. Like it was like a 10-day period, and your DoorDash would come with a code that you can get the Posh Chocobo. You have to check online if you want to see what that looks like. PC users can get it with no problem, but on console that's a problem. All right, so of course I have every one of the outfits and the transmuter chips. No need to see them. Obviously, I got them all, and I even still have a lot of materials left over. None of this stuff is interesting. But down here, I still got a Quetzalcoatl Talon, Map for the Crown. Yeah, I got these 3, and I don't know what for. I think maybe there's something that I need to transmute if I start another run. That's all of the folios and manuscripts. Everything for the chocobos. All right, and we're back to the items. Okay, so that's everything that was in there. Okay, combat settings? No. Only that. Where is okay? It's in the play log. Queen's Blood cards collected. All right, yeah, so it's 145. All right, so could see that. Now, let me do this, right? How should I do this, sir? Retain? Yeah, retain. I'll put it on easy just for the sake of what I'm about to do. Do I have to go here? I don't have to go there. We can catch Tadley right here.
This is a good place, though I may require your aid if I do decide to set out.
In my VRs, this is what my time looks like. Now, some of them are going to be extremely low, and that's because I don't do them. Like, I don't do my summons until I'm just about to. I think some of these I actually did do in New Game Plus. I know Alexander, I do is it's always going to take longer because he has I forget what they're called, light cells or something, where he deploys these light pillar. Um, so I want to stagger, not stagger. I destroy them, I assess them, and I land a limit break on them. Right. So I gotta wait for him to cast those, so I spend more time fighting him. Where everyone else, I just go in and just wipe them out. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, that's that. All right. So, but a lot of these I do in New Game Plus, and as you see, it also says easy. I don't know if you could change that, or if it just automatically says easy. Some of them I just go right in and wreck that joint, like head case. You know, this took longer than it usually takes me. I usually can do this in under 40 seconds. Like I said, I'll do this until New Game Plus. I don't even touch the VRs to the for the most part. Like I think I get there's a couple enemy skills I get, like blinded by light or something. I think is that discharge. I think I'll do that one in the first run. I mean, brutals. Some people do these first 3 in their first run. I do it. I do that in the second run. You know, after I maxed out level 70. After I hit level 70, I do all of these, right? Um, and let me see. I have a video on all of these too. The bonds, I do that. You know, well, obviously, I think you have to do all of these first. I know bonds always. Probably everyone does that last. Well, I do mine Zach solo. That's why it's a whole 19 minutes. Um, and I do to be a hero Sephiroth solo. I do it like that every time. Um, what's the it's a little training. Um,
Obtain.
so that's that.
Welcome to the park, everyone! Got a question. Our guest name is Square, and I'll get you there. And away we go!
Okay, I know that.
We've arrived at your destination.
Let me see here.
Is spectating not enough?
Whatever,
Are you interested in joining the fray?
whatever that fight is that you do for the Shinra Middle Manager. I know because I made a video of it. I don't think it was that long ago. But it's uploaded. I think I did that in like, I did it fast. That was like 2-3 minutes. I don't know. I forget what the time is, but it's on the video. All right, so that was probably like around Christmas or something like that. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick look just so I. No, it wasn't Christmas. Okay, so I'm looking at it now. That video was uploaded January 15th, 2026. And my final time on there was 2 minutes and 14 seconds. I know that was fast. I know I can't show it here, but that video is up. You know what I mean? And these are my times here. When I do this, I'm in New Game Plus. The only one that I do in the first run is these first two. And that's because this gives I forget who it's for. It might be Air for Tifa, but I know that you get manuscript here. So as you see, like level 28, right? So all of this, you see my numbers are changing. All right. I I'm in New Game Plus here, I think, at level 33. I think I have to do these in chapter 12. But all of this other stuff, level 37 and on, that this is literally when I'm maxing out to reach level 70. So I'm glad it shows it here. All right. But like I said, this entire run, every second of it, it's already uploaded. And yeah, I didn't even hit level 70 here. I think I hit level 70 with what's his name? Charlie. I mean, so I'm not really too high level. That's why these are taking longer than what they usually take me. Like, was it 3 minutes there? 3 minutes there. This is the one almost 4 minutes. A lot of people have a problem with Riotous Feast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
Give
But
us a holler when you want to throw down.
but yeah, that is my complete wait. One of the most important things. Let's touch on it. Okay, so not only did I do everything, but like these little chocobo patches, all of them, every single one of them in the game, I dig them up in the first run. Every little fast travel point, even like this one, right? I when I come through here, I come to the very end till it checks off, and then I go down the ladder here, and I fight this, and then I make my way that way up into here, up there. right? Fast travel down here. No, I don't fast travel there. I fast travel here, go there, just to mark this off. Fast travel back to this, beat him like 4 times. That's that's in my first like 70 minutes of gameplay. All right, so I know my run inside and out. Whoops. Yeah, so everything is dug up. Everything is done. I didn't try to clear out like this foggy area here. There was no need for me to go here, right? But most of the map I will uncover. Like over here in Corral, there's no reason to ever use this elevator. I will never need to, but I still come to it just to mark it off, right? I would never need to use um the Corral airstrip, and there's a phone booth up here somewhere. Uh-oh. I might have not marked off this phone booth. Can no longer fly. Oh, yeah, because we in chapter 13. Okay, that's why the phone booth is not showing. If I was in a different chapter, I'd be able to see that. The phone booth is right there. Whoops. All right, but yeah, I cleared out this fog here, and I even run all the way back to this outer wall for absolutely no reason. But my Meridian Ocean, you see, I'm really not wasting no time out here in the waters. I'm going straight to where I want to. I start here. I fight, I think, Brian Born Demon here. Make my way down here. I'm grabbing all of these. And then I fight here. I fast travel up to here. Make my way this way. Up to here. Boom, I get here. Loop around. Fight here. Go down through here. Fight here. Pick up the last Pirates Jets from here. Fast travel back to here. Pick up this one and this one. Go over here. Pick up one here. Pick up one there. Loop back. Here. 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 And the last one's right here. So, um, at some point, oh, once after I fight him and I fast travel to this point, I slide through here and I mark this off just to make it a fast travel point. Then I fast travel back. That's when I get all these pirate jetsoms. But I didn't even do this until hard mode. You know what I mean? So when I got in there, I was super strong. Like I wrecked them. I usually do the whole island in like 20 minutes, but that's a video. It's been uploaded, and I did it on live before too. So yeah, that's it. That's my account. The account is perfect. I am Nightmare. This is the long range. I'm out. Peace.